Hello, everybody.
Howdy.
Welcome to Secrets of Small Gods here on All on the Table. I am your game master, Jen Giggles. We do not have Billy with us today. Real life Pride events drew her away, but we're still here to have some fun and enjoy everyone. So please join us and watch all the entertainment unfold as our current cast has some combat still to do, but we have Matt.
Howdy, everybody. I'm Matthew R. Dawson, a.k.a. Scruffy Wanderer on the tweets and the instas. Today I'm playing Tybal Toldrum, the catfolk rogue, who's going to be talking in a southern drawl and shooting things and being a nimble kitty. Going down to Tensei.
Yes, hello. I am Tensei. I am playing everybody's favorite incredibly jacked kitsune, Ishimao, as well as another friend. Tonight I will also be playing Lila, whose voice I forget what it is. So we'll have some fun with that.
It's that low old woman accent. I kind of think of it as like a Bronx, New Jersey kind of thing.
I'm not going to do that.
A bit of a heavy smoker in it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I have
reason-
the ability to put that much gravel into my voice.
Just put a rock in your mouth. You'll be fine.
Common.
Hi, I'm Common, and I'm going to be playing Holly. It's pronounced Holly. Definitely not spelled whole. The Goblin, who is here to get into fights and sell products.
We missed part of what you said.
She's here to get into fights and sell products.
Okay. All right. So you were all at this old temple at this mostly abandoned village where some cultists were apparently summoning something. And if you were on our Patreon, you'd already know a little bit about that. Because we've got a Ishi side story, one of the special episodes, up for patrons now. It'll be up next week for everyone else. So that's on our YouTube, and you can catch up on what Ishi's going to be doing once this fight is over. Provided he actually lives through it, in which case we might have some major retconning to do.
We just got to figure out the time break.
Yeah.
All right.
We can say that the episodes aired out of production order.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like they did for Firefly with some of that. Right over here, you have a door into another room that you can't see at this point.
Well, I feel like we're at least a little in the clear for a moment. Does anybody need some healing?
Let me check my vitals.
No, I'm
pretty sure out of character she's okay, but only because of Lily's kindness.
Yeah, that's definitely a way to do that.
Well,
yeah, it's not good, but
do you need healing?
I should be good for a little bit longer. I got about half my blood left.
If you got half, I think you need to maybe sit down for a few minutes.
Do keep in mind that the rumbling and shaking is not stopped.
Yeah, at least let's drink a healing potion. I don't want you to go tumbling.
I love the idea of just no, okay, let's take a rest here for a second.
As you're bleeding out.
I
Just
didn't
say-
need that extra blood that just went out because of the earthquake.
If you are down to half your blood, you are more than half dead. I need to make that clear.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, just treat it like in TF2, where you just keep a bunch of rags around and sponges, and you just keep putting it back in.
Okay, let's do an inventory check. Who's got healing potions?
I have exactly one.
Okay.
I've got several.
I've got 4. You have
I
more?
have 6. I have 6 of various types.
Okay. Well,
Alright.
I
I'm
have
going.
only one vial left. This rapping is shouting in my ear like we're deaf.
Why don't I give you one of mine, and Ishi gives you one of theirs, and we kind of go from there.
Gotcha. I'll swig mine real quick. May I use the healing potion? Oh, the one that's already in my inventory. Is it cool if I use that?
I mean, use whatever you want.
I
I
mean,
just
yeah.
gave you one, and Ishi gave you one, so now you got 3.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'll give you. What kind of healing potion is it that you already had?
Regular.
Regular healing potion will do
1d8.
come on.
1d8?
Yeah, 1d8's a minor.
1d8's the minor, yeah.
This one has no qualifiers before or after.
No,
Now, if
yeah,
it says,
that's probably left over from the healing potion from the beginner box when we did those. Some of those items still get dropped in occasionally if you pull it wrong, and it'll be the healing potion. It does the listed. You heal the listed number of hit points. It doesn't actually give you a 1d8. It's just you gain back 3 in the beginner box kind of thing. So
Yeah.
so you
Okay,
need the
I'll give
minor,
you-
lesser, moderate, major, and greater would be the ones to use.
Yeah, I'll give you my last minor.
Gotcha. So that's a d8?
Yes, that is just a d8.
that's what I gave
Yep,
you as well.
and your healing potion would also be a 1d8, the one you have.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, that's great.
Good on.
Okay, so we're at 36, because I got an 8.
Yep, that's good.
Okay. Well, I got 3 basic and 1 level 2, so I'm going to drink 1 more basic, and then we can move on. Fuck me. Okay, let's do this.
Right, so you head over to the door.
I'm going to mage hand open the door
Yep.
as I'm standing behind this little barrier right here with my crossbow ready.
Good call.
You open the door. There's nothing you can see from your angle.
Fair enough. Ishi, you are big and strong. You want to take the lead on this one?
Yeah, sure. And he just immediately steps through.
I don't see
No, there's-
anything else down this hallway. It's lit by what appears to be some kind of magical lighting. There's no torches in this room, but it's not really a difference in any way, shape, or form. You do see further down the hall another door. And that is down here. You see a large, heavy door. Like this one is like iron-bound stone door.
We'll give it a little push or a little twist of the knob just to like test it.
Nothing happens. It seems to be free.
I think instead of trying to yell over all the rumbling, she's just kind of like doing hand signs like, come here.
Yeah, Holly's following up.
And then raises a foot and just kicks in the door with follow through, so his leg goes into the next room with the kick.
Love it.
Okay. All right, that works great. And I'll have you all roll initiative.
Fun!
A 17.
Yeah, I'm clicking back through.
Where is it?
Oh, right. I have another person too.
I don't know. I clicked
There
on
we
my
go,
token.
19.
I rolled a 23.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I got 10.
Get... Okay. It is not adding tie for some reason, but that's okay.
Right click my token and put add turn.
Of course you're like that, because you're always like that.
It's true.
Everything's an extra step.
It's true.
All right, there we go. All right, and now I have to roll for the 5 people you see in this room. There are, watching the door, 2 cultists. There are 2 others in front of them chanting, and some form of priest at the front chanting. There's a glowing orb coming through. There's a glowing orb, like portal gate thing at a slight angle you can kind of see, but it's mostly flat. That guy not on the... Okay. Excuse me. All right, so he did not get... apparently that he did not get sent through to the right layer. There we go. Okay. And we want initiative. And then... initiative.
Oh, he's not even a real priest.
No, well,
I'm still last.
he's first. He goes before Ty.
Why does he go
That
before
doesn't make
me?
sense.
That doesn't make sense. I got an 18.
His
Hey, maybe it's-
also.
Maybe there's a priest of falsehoods. You know, like for a liar, a betrayer.
What is
Like a
your
Judas
reflex?
priest.
What's your reflex save?
My reflex save is a 12.
Okay, that's the same.
Rollies.
Do you think it ran out of things and it put the priest above Tybal because F comes before T?
Probably.
Probably. Like it went through everything, I'm betting.
Let's do rollies. I'll roll a d20, you roll a d20. Whoever gets the higher goes first. He goes first. I
Okay.
always roll terribly in this game.
But you got that one out of the way now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's
that
all
cuts
uphill
out a
from
nice
here.
roll for me, hopefully. So
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. Do your thing. I know what I'm doing.
it's okay.
Same.
The excuse me. So yeah, that doesn't matter. It's not actually a false priest. He's just the easiest NPC to grab, right? He's actually worshiping and praying and summoning something.
Sure.
Right, but he's not like ordained.
Oh no, he's not. Nobody gets ordained in this particular religion.
That's why he's a fake priest. Meh.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
All right, so he is just going to be chanting because he's chanting. So he doesn't actually do anything this turn. and it goes to Ty.
Sweet. You know how I have that firebomb on my character
Mhm.
sheet?
Yeah, you haven't gotten rid of that yet.
I really haven't because I've been saving it for just such an occasion.
You blew you blew 2 holes in a wall, and you've got like one left, one firebomb left.
And it's going just to where I want to be able to hit all of these guys. So it's
Okay.
going right there.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay, you can hit all 4 of them. Yeah.
Yeah. What is the radius on that?
That's a you're looking at
The
a 10-foot
firebomb. It's a 10 foot.
a 10-foot radius. So
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or can I get? Actually, I kind of want to do these 3 personally. I think that would make me more happy. So let's do these 3 right here.
okay.
Okay. Okay. What do you want me to roll for that?
You're gonna roll you're just gonna roll an attack against the floor. AC is 10 to hit it where you want it.
Sweet. I'll just use my ranged strike for that. Well, I first have to use first action to move so I can actually see this. Second action, I'll just use Stinger because it's the same thing. It's a 16. What's the damage on that?
Which is 2d10,
2d10.
and they'll get a reflex save to take half.
Okay, 11 points of damage.
Okay. Reflex. It's gonna be, because it's an explosion and they're chanting, it's gonna be like a DC 15 for them.
Goodbye, firebomb.
Okay, they both take half, and then the false priest also does a reflex save. The best one almost rolled the worst, but they all do take half, so they get 5 damage each.
Okay, okay. And for my last action, I'm going to summon a shield right up in front of me.
Good call. Okay. All right, and up next is this cultist right over here.
Point of
And-
order, real quick. Did that firebomb damage any of this crap around here, like this altar or anything?
It's all stonework, so no.
That's a shame. Okay.
Yeah, if it was wood, there'd be fire.
Mm.
Unfortunately, this is not wood. This is definitely somebody built a really nice church out in the middle of the desert and abandoned it.
Worth
And now
a
it's
try.
being desecrated. All right, so seriously? Okay. Range is 10. Okay, so he's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to move up and he's going to throw. He is at distance, so there's a penalty, but it doesn't matter. He chucks a dagger at Ishii because Ishii's up front and misses. He still has a dagger in his and he takes his turn to draw that weapon. And now it is Lila's turn.
Okay. Sorry, I've been reading everything this whole time, figuring out what Lila can do.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. We're gonna move kind of this way, and like I'm guessing these are like pews that can be like ducked behind, or
Yeah, they're all stone. Those are stone pews, and then there's some stone, and that's what you're gonna see there is the stone pews along that.
Okay.
So
We're going to do that, and then we're going to spend our only and last spell slot casting Scorching Ray at 2 actions
okay.
on the back 2 here.
Okay. You're hitting both of them. Okay.
Yes. We're spending 2 actions to send 2 rays.
All right. Now that sounds good.
A 15 and a 24.
Nice.
Ignore the damage on there, because if you spend more than 2 actions to cast the spell, it goes from 2d6 to 4d6.
Right. That's fine. We'll figure that out here. But I was just doing something else at the moment. Okay, Scorching Ray on a. Okay, so we had, excuse me, a 15 and a 24.
Correct. We'll just go like 15 to the top, 24 to the bottom one.
Okay, so roll another 2d4 to do the extra damage. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm guessing.
2d6. I meant 2d6.
Yeah, 2d6. Right.
Yeah.
I just did what you said automatically. Oh, it's fine. It's another 5. I'm guessing only the 24 hit.
Only the 24 hit. Yep. And that's 7 and 5, so that's 12 more damage. This guy is looking really burnt. Like between Ty's firebomb and the Scorching Ray hitting him in the back, he's like he's looking like Anakin at the end of episode 3.
Vicious burn.
Just nasty. Just nasty looking.
Yeah.
So that's excuse me, that's what happened with him. All right. So now it's his turn. What do we got? Has gone frenzied. So he's just gone over the edge. And he runs 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Whoops, let's move him around. 40, 45, 50. He runs straight in. No concerns whatsoever. The man's mind is a little gone at this point. And that's all he can do this turn because he runs out of actions. Because going frenzied is a single action. This cultist, the other one up front, remains chanting. And he does not move from where he is at this time. And now it is Ishi's turn.
Okay. Gotta look. I really don't have a hand free. Okay. Can't shove. But that's fine. Can slash.
Yeah, 10 slash will go down. This guy's on literally, you can just turn him into Anakin if you want.
Okay.
Take away his
That's
arms
fine. We're
he'll die.
We're gonna smack him. We're gonna smack him with a critical hit.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
You sure
yeah.
you don't want me to hit this roll crit damage button?
Go ahead. See how critted he is and describe what you do to this toasty fellow.
Oh, he only took 1. He only took 10 damage.
What?
I rolled a 1.
It's still triple how many hit points he has left, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah. We got 1d12 plus 4. Doubled.
There you go.
I almost want to. No, that doesn't make sense timing wise. So we kicked open this door. Everybody ran in and did their stuff. This guy comes running up. The door slams against the wall and comes back and hits him. Ishii didn't do that.
This door, which comes swinging from this side, and just smacks him so hard, he goes and falls over. That is your attack. Okay.
Yeah, 100. Look,
Perfect.
I'm here to be silly.
No, it's great. I love it. That was that's amazing. That is very action hero-y, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. We'll move then. Your next action is
Stride up.
Stride up. Okay.
And we're gonna try again. I've only got the one action.
Yep, and it's your second attack.
Wrong thing. Well, it's just -5 to that, so 19.
You hit.
Okay. For more than crit, for 16.
God damn.
Minimum damage on a crit and then maximum on a normal.
Okay,
I mean,
so you
that
come
tracks.
striding. You kicked the door. This guy everything gets hurt, and this huge stone door comes back, hits this guy, smacks his head so hard he crumples to the ground, and it swings back the other way. You just keep walking calmly forward and go, "Hua!" and catch this guy right across his chest. He's still standing, but he's looking at you like, "Ow!" So he is there, and he is ready to go. And then this last one comes up, and he goes 15 and 20. He moves up here, and he gets into the fight with you and takes a swing at you with his dagger. $17.
Does not hit.
And he tries swiping a second time. He misses. I'm pretty sure an 18 doesn't hit either.
No, AC 22.
Okay. And Holly.
So I'm going to be charging in and attempting to use violence.
Hydrate.
Oh,
Hydrate.
5. Now I gotta close token settings. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna jump on the pew and deck this person.
Okay.
Unarmed fist 1. That probably misses.
You can take a second swing if you wish.
I do.
Okay.
And may I go for 3?
No, because you already strode.
Right.
So you hop up, you get in there. It's a little precarious to balance on the top of that pew, and you miss your attacks on him. And then we are back around to the top of the top of the order. And at this point, you see this horrible, horrible beast covered in mouths start to come out of the portal.
Fun.
Ah, lovely.
Did you say mouths?
Mouths, like mouths.
Yeah,
You look pretty hungry.
I know a
If you
glory
zoom
hole with
in-
your name on it.
If you zoom in, you can see it. It's kind of gross.
Enhance.
Listen, I don't know what you're into. I'm
Not into
I think
this. I found the most disturbing one I could. I don't remember. Unfortunately, I found this months ago, and I forgot to record who the artist was, that so I could say, "You did a great job making something horrifying," and thank them. But I forgot to write down who it was, and I can't find it again.
I mean,
So.
I was going off that for Holly for a joke, but like I know, yeah.
So that
Oh, yeah, that's
that has
terrifying.
popped up. It is now the the priest's turn, and the priest keeps chanting as it is getting there. So, and now it is Ty's turn.
Okay, well then, I'm not a fan of all of this supernatural chicanery when it's not me personally. So I would like to go ahead and reload my crossbow as my first action. My second action, I would like to shoot this little bastard right about here.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Or at least I would once my character sheet loads up. There it is. Hey, take a little shot from a stinger. And what did I roll?
Hit.
I rolled a 21. So that's going to be a total of... I did not get sneak attack on this, so 7 points of piercing damage and 1 point of acid damage.
Okay.
For my last action, I would like to stealth behind this little wall right by the door. So here's my stealth roll.
Okay.
And that's an 18.
Yep. Good.
My turn is over.
All right, and now it is the cultist's turn. I swear I did not close that, but I must have. Okay, and this cultist is still standing, and so he takes a stab at at Ishi, who's right in front of him. Actually, we're going to say he goes into his frenzy first, and then he takes a stab at you. That is...
That's a critical miss, which I don't think does anything.
It doesn't. It
Definitely
doesn't,
does
but-
not.
That's a even worse.
The number is technically the same because he gets a +1 status bonus to attack rolls and +2 to damage while he's frenzied.
But I feel
But
like that
he's
don't
not
matter.
hitting you anyway. Keep in mind, he does get a -2 status bonus to penalty to AC. He's easier to hit now.
Are you really trying?
He did try. He's also can't respond. He's like foaming at the mouth, angry, kind of thing.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Good job, kid.
Just happens. It's what goes on. All right. And so the other chanting cultist, he goes. This cultist also goes into a frenzy and comes up. He gets here on his stride, and then he decides, and then he throws a dagger at you. Because you're right there, Ishi. That's a 15.
Where are any of you aiming?
I don't know. Apparently they're just... You'd think I got penalties on their attacks from going frenzied instead of benefits on this. Holy crap. The last
I mean-
week, the last time we played, those cultists were harder than these guys. All right.
They just got rabies.
It's nice to see
And
somebody else
I missed
rolling as
Lila
terrible
in
as
there.
me.
I missed Lila in there, so it's Lila's turn.
Hey, how do you heighten cantrips?
Which cantrip?
Oh wait, no, it's a focus spell. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Never mind.
focus spells can be heightened. They cost it costs an extra point.
Okay. Okay, got it. Yes, I understand now. Well, Lila doesn't have the extra point to do. So we're going to stoke the heart on Holly. So
Fun.
+2 bonus to damage rolls for a minute.
And basically, Lila would say something along the lines of, you can hit him harder than that. You got this. That's
The
usually...
pew was curved.
I'm using up all of Billy's resources for her.
Uh-huh.
Such a good friend.
Exactly.
What you should do, right? Okay. So-
Let's see, that's 1.
There we go. And then it does go to Ishi's turn.
Oh, but she's got more stuff to do.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's still got a couple. She still has 2 actions.
Again, just looking. All right, we're gonna buzzing bites. I'm on the wrong tool. Let's do it in the back here. Just lots of
Which one?
buzzing bites. The one in the back. Like this.
Oh, this one?
Not the like back, but like back
Okay.
of the group.
Yep.
They need to make a DC 16 Fortitude saving throw, please.
Let's see. He's there's no good bug symbol in here, so we're just gonna put a red dot on him. And he needs to make a fortitude saving throw. 21. So he takes 1d4 damage halved.
Yeah, so he takes 1.
1 point of damage. Okay. Okay. Put that.
Can we just do it again?
You can. Yeah. The thing is, you can sustain that particular spell.
Well, then we're gonna cackle to sustain it.
Yeah. Cackle away. In that instance, in this instance, I have to roll again, I think. Sustain the
oh,
spell,
wait,
you
hold on.
cast it and rolling damage based on the. Okay.
However, the creature only attempts the Fortitude save once when you first cast the spell.
Yeah. Okay, so it's 1 damage again instead of 3 because it's based on the previous fortitude saving throw.
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
Oh wait, whatever. It's 3 actions for 2 damage. That's fine.
Yeah. That's how it works. It's just weird. Okay. So then it is Ishi's turn.
Is there like a tumble through mechanic?
Sadly, no.
Okay.
You'd have to stride, and 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah.
Is that legal?
Yeah. You take an attack of opportunity if they have any.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then. They haven't hit me yet. I don't think I care.
Yeah, they're not hitting you. They don't have reactions.
Okay, and then I'm being flanked, which is cool. Because I have quick reversal. So I'm gonna make an attack on both of these catty corner dudes with one action. We're gonna start with the frenzied guy at the bottom first.
Okay.
Has a 31 do.
A 31 is a critical hit.
Okay. Oh my god, minimum again. 10.
Okay, he's still standing.
And then okay, I do make a second strike. So
Yeah.
26 to the other guy.
To this one?
To the yeah.
Yeah, that's a that is a regular hit.
Okay, still 10. Very consistent with the damage.
Yeah, definitely consistent with the damage. Okay.
And I do have one more action.
Because you strode to you did a
I strode, and then the 2 strikes are 1 action because of that
Yep.
feat.
Yep. I mean, if you start at this guy, you could, in theory, cleave through all of them.
Well, the quick reversal has to be against 2 people who are flanking me.
Yeah.
So this guy's not flanking me in any way.
No, but I mean, if you do a regular, yeah, then
I could just regular hit.
Technically, these guys aren't flanking you because you can't draw a line between.
Oh wait, the first one was a crit.
First one was a crit. Yes.
Meaning this guy here in the middle also took some damage.
Okay.
Equal to the weapon. Oh, so he takes 1? Because he only takes the weapon damage die and nothing else.
Two, because it was a critical.
It says this amount isn't doubled.
Oh, okay. So in that case, yeah, you just nicked him.
That's fine. I will hit him with the actual. How does that apply? How does that affect multiple attack?
So
Only the initial attack does. Okay, so this would be just number 2.
it just counts as attack number 2.
Oh nope, that's a miss. That's fine.
It's a miss. Okay. And so this cultist right here is going to swing at Holly, who's right in front of him, instead of trying to turn around and deal with everything.
She does have her back to her chair.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I did misspeak. Hang on. You're flanking him. This is a crit.
Oh, okay.
So how much was the? So that was. He's dead. Because you critted on him.
Yeah. That was this one here. And the weapon damage was 6, so meaning this guy takes another 6 because of sweep.
And they
Or not because of sweep, but because of crit specialization.
Because crit specialization. You killed them both. Sorry, Holly, it's your turn. There's only one cultist left.
Yeah. She's just gonna swing and hopefully be able to do some big damage this time. But not too big, because she's got a lot of mouths to maul.
That is a yeah, that's a hit. Actually, that's a crit because he's frenzied. And
Gotcha.
He's done. Yeah. You knock him over too. You just come up and crack him really hard as you hop off that pew right across the jaw. You see his jaw like dislocate and then snap as he goes down, smacking his head on the pew. He's out. I want three of you, since Ty's not in the room, he doesn't get to make this roll. The three of you who are in the room to roll perception. I want you to spot. You need to see if you spot this. Okay.
29 Ishi, 10 Lila.
Yeah. So Holly and Ishi notice this. Every time they kill someone, another mouth appears on the creature that's coming through the portal. And it's the top of the order, and it is the creature's turn. It is going to cast, because it can. Make sure I've got the right details here. Yeah. Okay. It's going to do this as a heightened spell, and it is
Fun.
Yeah. It is every heightened version of this adds 2d6 to the damage. It is casting Fireball. And it has heightened it twice. Everybody needs to roll a reflex saving throw. You may or may not have bonuses depending. So.
Yeah, 12 and 6. We're not very fast.
No. All right. And 23.
23.
Okay. And I want to make sure I've got my ruler here just a second. Yeah. Yeah, that's the area it hit.
Would it even be aware
you're
of me?
outside the room, it doesn't hit you. It can't get through the wall.
Fair
you
enough.
see a big thing of fire blast past your face out the door back there, Ty, but you yourself are not affected.
Oh, shit. Glad I stayed back here.
And Fireball does with heightened twice, okay? Advanced roller, I need to do that. It does 33 damage to Ishi and Lila. And
gods.
You take 6, and Holly takes 16. Because you succeeded in your saving throw.
Cool. I'm just being like second degree burned.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all okay over there?
No.
We fine, says, like, patting out fires that have completely singed his fur, and now there are some bald spots.
Can't cast anymore this turn. Because heightening a spell costs an extra action. So, it is now the priest's turn, and with this thing being out and it being through the portal, it doesn't really enough to do that. He doesn't need to chant anymore. He shoots at Ishii with his hand crossbow. Does a 22 hit?
22 is my AC.
Well, the good news is it only does 5 damage. The priest then, I'm still on the measure tool. The priest then comes up here and rolls to hide. Doesn't do a very good job of it. Ducking down, but he's not like disappeared. You can still tell where he is. It's really... All right, and now it's Ty's turn.
Do I go for the thing with the mouths, or do I just deal with the priest?
I want you to roll a recall check.
Sure.
Let me see. Which skill would that be for you? Just a second. We're gonna make that occultism.
Okay. That's a 17.
You remember reading something in a dream the night before about the only way to kill an outsider is to cut it in half with a portal?
Yeah. And it's standing in a portal.
Yeah, it's not out of the portal yet. It's still in it.
I'm going to take a shot at the priest.
Okay.
Being that I am hidden and they are not, I assume that's going to help me a little bit. That was an 18 to hit.
You miss.
What? Son of a bitch. Okay. What do I got? I think I'm going to use my last 2 actions to cast a phase bolt at that sumbitch.
All right.
God damn, that was even worse. Never mind.
That the phase bolt comes in and it, so like your bolt from your crossbow went past the guy's head. He ducked down, and your phase bolt smacked into the right into the pew instead. Almost, it's like, oh, it was on target. Smacked right into it because he was below that level. So,
what do you get for the bonus? Because I was hidden. Is that +2 to hit, or they got -2 to their AC, something like that?
He does not have that feature. So his AC is higher than the +2 from you being hidden. Even with that +2 at a 20, you missed. It went right past his head, but you still missed.
Okay. Nope, that's it for me.
Okay. Now it is Lila's turn. Move the hex. You can move the buzzing bites if you want, but you have to be within 30 feet of the target to move it there.
Oh. Okay.
Lila can move, then the buzzing bites will automatically move to the new target for 2 more actions, to be sustained through 2 actions if that's what you wish.
Sorry, I think buzzing bites is the only thing I can do. Yeah. So Lila's 25. So we can get to here.
Yep.
And then that one's too far away. So we can move the bites to this dude.
Yes. And then he'll have to make a roll. And so well, he still takes 2 damage. And then you're going to sustain it.
Yes.
So that's another
2.
2 damage. I mean, it's chipping away. It's not great, but it is something.
It's something.
All right, and now it is Ishi's turn.
Okay. Ishi is going to... Where did I say? Right there. Okay. Ishi is going to pull 2 vials off of his belt. One of them the deep red of a healing potion, the other one a like thick silvery ichor that he's going to drink the red one and put his axe up like under his chin to dip the silver one over the axe.
Yeah, grab one in your mouth and then go like this with the other one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'll move to here because that's all the further I can go.
Okay.
For clarity, that was I'm on the wrong character sheet again. That was a moderate healing potion and an oil of potency.
Okay. And that's the end of your turn.
That is the end of my turn.
3 actions. Because each of those potions is a use action. Or use item action. Unless you have the ability to use one of them as a bonus.
I do not.
Okay.
But that is almost the entire fireball recovered.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. And now it's Holly's turn.
All right. So Holly is going to try to go for a non-fatal swing.
Okay.
On the false priest.
Okay.
Except, wait, can she make it? Because that's...
I mean, don't get me wrong, a fatal swing is really what you need.
Oh, 5. Cool. And yeah, she's going to try to do the exact same thing that didn't work before. And lunge off of the pews to Haymaker.
That missed.
And Haymaker follow-up.
That missed. This false priest has got a good AC.
Hanna-Barbera music sound effects start playing as she falls.
Exit stage right.
What? No, don't leave. You can't. We're in the middle of a fight.
Yeah. Okay. So, there's some tentacles on this thing that are starting to reach out and like grab the lip and pull itself through, and it spends its entire turn pulling itself through. It is most of the way out. You have 1 turn to stop this thing before it is fully through the portal. It is the false priest's turn. He is going to drop his crossbow, pull out his rapier. Do you have reactive strikes at all, Holly?
Let me double check, but
Do you have a reaction or anything to like opportunity attacks, that kind of thing?
I have ambush tactics, but I don't know if that would work. Mental fist wouldn't work. Wholeness of body is health, which I forgot about.
You don't have.
Yeah, then I don't think I have any
Okay.
reactions I can give here.
Okay.
Unless there's some way to spin ambush, which I doubt.
Drawing a weapon is a use action, so it was is a use item which triggers trigger a reactive strike. So he's going to attack you with his rapier. I don't think he's going to hit you.
Yeah, he doesn't. I got 20.
So that's the end of his turn. He used all 3 actions.
Cool.
Now it is Ty's turn.
Okay, well, since, yeah, I think that what I'm going to be doing is using my first action to reload my crossbow, second action to take a shot at this dude, since they're currently engaged with my pal Holly. So that should at least give me my what's it called? My sneak attack. 28 to hit.
Nice.
20.
Okay, so here's a little damage. Here's a little more damage. Wow. I roll so wonderfully in this game. A total of 8 points of damage on the priest.
Okay.
That was 2 actions. How's he looking?
Just make sure I do my math down correctly. He's not quite bloodied.
Okay. I'm going to yell out, listen, y'all, we got to shut down that portal before that thing crawls all the way through it. If we can shut down that portal, go and cut it in half and kill it. Focus on the asshole doing that spell. And then Ty's going to put his back against the wall and hide.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
It is now.
Yes.
Now I
Lila's
roll a
turn.
critical. Really? Now I
Uh-huh.
roll a critical.
You went
You just
into
like fade into the shadows.
Ty just disappears. Like you all forget he existed after he said that.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Who said that?
All right. So you heard Ty's shout. It is now Lila's turn. Lila can sustain.
We're gonna bite him 3 times.
Okay. Well,
Where are you at? One, and 2.
2, 3. 3 damage. You did 3 damage. He is definitely bloodied now and covered in like some kind of desert ant, but doesn't seem to be bothering him.
His body is more ant than flesh at this point.
Ants are there biting him and he's just ignoring them, and it's very weird.
You should keep that thing in the portal as long as you can. Don't let it all the way through.
Who is talking to me?
Yeah, you just hear it whispered over your shoulder, like uncomfortably.
It's my
It's-
ghost.
All right. And
I'm getting some
Ishi's
conflicting messages from the ghost.
turn. It is Ishi's turn. If you can hit the guy, hit him hard.
I can hit the guy real hard.
Do it.
I can hit
Can
the
you?
guy so hard I
Can
don't
you?
actually have a button for it.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it.
Well, that is a flanking position.
It is a flanking position. Is it +2 to my thing or minus to his?
It's technically -2 to their AC.
Okay, I'm gonna, because I don't have buttons for what the Oil of Potency does, so this is all manual.
Yep.
I should know what my own stuff is. I built it. Does a 30 hit him?
30 is a critical because you are flanking.
Okay. Criticals are just double the dice, right? Or is it double the total?
It's double the total.
Okay.
So it's actually
Oh.
better to crit in Pathfinder than 5e.
Okay. So D12 plus striking rune plus power attack.
Yep.
28.
Well, thankfully, Ty told you what needed to be done. You swing so hard that you bet in through him so hard that you embed your axe into the stone of the pew. He collapses dead. And the creature that was coming through, another mouth appears and it screeches, "You have ruined it all! No!" at you as the portal shuts off, slicing a portion of the outsider off. And it crumples and crinkles in on itself like it's being sucked into a tiny little hole. And
Actually, I believe they're pronounced Holly.
Holly, you're fine. Ty's fine. Lila's fine. Ishi,
Oh no.
after it gets to a certain smallness, it explodes back out in a pile of vile gore because it was just literally a pile of vile gore, splattering everything. And you're standing right in front of it. The other two have the pews between them and the creature, and Ty's outside the room. You happen to see some. You don't actually see anything come out of the room because Ishi's blocking it all. Ty only hears the pop, like.
And from somewhere in the background, you hear Ty yell, "Yeah, that's what you get, Absorbalov."
And so you are covered in just ichor down your back. Sorry, Ishi. It's gross. You'll have to clean up. But the portal is closed.
No, it's fine. Just
Outsider gunk is on you, and it hits you. It's gross, but like the flesh dissolves, but it just leaves like blood everywhere. It's very weird. Outsiders are weird. We won't go into it any further. You have completed stopping the outsider from being summoned. This is a level up point. Everybody is now level 5.
Heck yeah.
You guys going to search the place at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, for sure. Hey, before we get to searching around, I'll go ahead and use my prestidigitation magic to go to clean Ishi off.
About half of it. The other half doesn't seem to be able to come off through prestidigitation because outsiders are weird. Ishi's gonna have to manually clean his armor.
Well, I tried.
no, it's fine. I got it.
But that did make his job a lot easier because you did that. I mean, it's like only half his armor is dirty, not all of it.
Well, I was too busy doing that, so I didn't find shit.
I mean, when you look through the bodies and stuff, you do find stuff. It's fairly easy. You find about 15 or 20 daggers lying around if you really want to haul those off.
Okay.
And then the priest had a rapier and a hand crossbow. So there's a few bolts, a little smaller than what you're used to, but there's a few of those and a hand crossbow there. And then the priest had a couple of letters on him and a book. The book looks like some of the gibberish. The book, it looks like it's mostly in gibberish. It seems to be in a language that none of you know. But one of the letters catches your attention. And it is... it is to the priest, telling him he must make the summoning by this date, as in today's date, or he would, or the the Fellowship of the Whispering Tyrant would fail. Roll a history check, all of you.
Oh my god. Lila had a button clicked on their character sheet that nerfed them so hard.
Oh,
They have not been... Nothing that Lila has done has ever added their level to their proficiency bonus.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
amazing.
okay. That's... Okay. That's been corrected.
Yes, yeah.
The problems of working in Roll20 are frequent. I need to get
I'm
a
over here,
second
like-
computer to run Foundry, but boy, do I really want to switch to Foundry.
I'm over here looking at a reflex save going like, why is it only 4 when you're level 4 and you're trained in it? And I'm sitting here like racking my brain trying to figure out how the math works.
Yeah.
And then I go over to options and there is a variant rule, proficiency without level, that was checked.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. That hurts. Ouch. Okay. But that explains.
She might be a lot
lot
better
actually.
now. She might be a lot better now.
She'll be a lot. She'll level up and suddenly got like miraculously better.
The crayon came out of her brain.
Yes. That Simpsons reference does hit.
Also, history,
Not a thing in
that
Pathfinder.
would be under lore if you have it and not there if you don't, right?
Correct.
I'll use under.
Gotcha.
Although so technically any lore that would allow you knowledge of the past will work.
Would
So-
Would warfare
lore
count?
would work. Oh yeah, warfare lore will count for this.
Perfect.
Let's see. Take a look at Lila quick. Religion would work. Society would work. If you prefer to roll those, if you're higher in those two will work. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll stick with
And-
warfare.
Warfare's fine. You can stick with it. Yeah, there was a giant war fought against the Whispering Tyrant, so it would definitely be in your knowledge set.
Cool.
And we're just waiting on Ishii and Lila's rolls. I'll roll
Oh, sorry.
Lila for you. I'll roll Lila for you. You roll for Ishii here.
Boop.
Let's see. Acrobatics, history. Boom. We're gonna roll religion because it is without being trained, it's the better choice. And you already rolled, Lila. Sweet.
What were the rules
That was
again?
perception. That's perception, not history.
I'm a little bit
Oh, you're
behind.
rolling for the searching? Okay, that's fine. We'll get there.
I was leveling up and I missed something.
Oh, okay.
I've got warfare lore as well.
Warfare lore, society, and religion. All three will work. Roll whichever one's higher for you.
Okay.
Or
Reduce
history,
that by
yeah.
1 because I have already leveled up.
That's okay. All right. So Lila, we're gonna give it to her because she was alive for part of this. All of you, though, do know that the Whispering Tyrant is another name for the Lich King Tar-Baphon, who was supposedly defeated and should be technically dead, but there's something going on.
Can you repeat the name Lich King what?
The Lich King Tar-Baphon. You've heard that. You've read and heard that name before in just the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a couple nights before. It's been a day or two since you hiked up here, but
Hey, I've heard that name before. This sumbitch is not a good individual. They definitely trying for world domination. They supposedly they dared, But if this dude's sending letters and talking about doing something on this certain day, well, number one, we screwed that up for them, so no doubt they're going to be a little bit pissed off. But number two, that means that they're still active and still running about, so we probably want to go warn some people. Know what I mean?
Yeah, Tarbafon's followers keep cropping up all over the world. You know this from the underworld, right? You know this. Your role was enough to know that there are Tarbafon cultists who keep showing up. They frequently show up in Absalom, where you've spent most of your life, because, quite frankly, it's a big city and they can hide there.
Yeah.
They show up in the underworld, and most people will wipe them out when they find them or send for help. But they do just keep showing up like roaches.
Yeah, so I'll impart that to everybody and then kind of finish it with, we need to get back to the Pathfinder Society and let them know what we found.
Definitely.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean,
Honestly, Holly and I
granted,
should just go there anyway.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been there.
You've actually been okay.
Could,
Probably bumped into them once or twice in all of her adventures and times.
yeah, I was just kind of assuming, like, old hero.
Yeah. All right. So you are hiking out of the mountains. You stop back at that same that same desert inn, get on the trail and keep moving onward. You come up, you do wind up catching up with this river right here that you can see running this way. There are cities here. I don't remember all the names of them, and I don't have the Mwangi Expanse book up at the moment. So, but here in the Thuvia area, you'll find this in the Golden here in the Golden Road, and you will you get to a city there. It's a busy city in the desert. You have a couple of days, and we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll find out what the other three characters are doing on their break. Because you'll have to check out the special episode on YouTube to find out what Ishii did on his break. And we'll be right back soon. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to All on the Table, Secrets of Small Gods, episode 17. We are getting close to the end of the story here. We are just finishing up the arc in the Mwangi Expanse arc of the story, where we have them hike across the continent of Mwangi as they before they go back to Absalom for the final chapter. At this point, you're in a moderately sized city. There is a chapter of the Pathfinder Society here in the city. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's all kinds of like people everywhere. And so you're pretty much free to do what you want for a couple of days. When you get to the Pathfinder Society and report, their response is, all right, we're going to need you back in Absalom. And so they book you on a ship out, and that leaves in about 2 days to go back to Absalom.
Gotcha.
So you said we got a couple days here in town?
Yep.
Well, I mean, let's go sell off those 20 daggers, a rapier, and a hand crossbow.
Sure. Oh, jeez. See here. Equipment. Armor, weapons. Where's the weapons? Shields, weapons. Here we go. Weapons. The daggers are not super high quality, so you're only getting 1 silver piece each in that regard. The rapier is a good quality rapier. It's not a super fancy one, but it is a good quality one. So you're getting the full 2 gold pieces that you would normally get. That would normally be the cost for those. And then that hand crossbow is in good shape. So it is worth the 3 gold pieces there.
So that's 5 gold pieces and 20 silver.
5 gold and 20 silver, which equals out to 7 gold.
Yeah, so pass around the gold to everybody.
Cool.
Then let's see, there's 2 floating, so that would be 20 silver. So that would be 5 silver each.
To get through all of this, and it comes out excuse me, comes out with the fun stuff. Now's the time. Lila, I have a suspicion, is going to just, go shopping for some healing potions and hide in the office, or hide in the inn where you're staying.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Hmm.
So, what is Ty going to do beyond selling the equipment?
Well, he's probably going to spend a day just copying some of the cantrips out of that the Necromancer spell book into his own. So I am adding the spells Chill Touch, Electric Arc, Ray of Frost, Read Aura.
He's doing much the same, copying spells and stuff. So I'll let Billy look through that later.
And then the only other thing I wanted to do is, go earn a little extra gold on the side by practicing my trade.
Sure, roll that skill.
Okay. Well, Ty likes to, go rooftop to rooftop and track down the wealthiest individuals, the 1% of whatever town, and just make it them a little less 1%, if you know what I mean. So here's let's see, what skill do I use for this? I use an acrobatics skill for this one.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't do shit.
You, in fact, got caught, and the next thing we have to do is a jailbreak arc.
Sweet! I'm down for that.
Actually, that's not how the earn income downtime activity works. Because you do have a slight downtime activity. The beauty of it is your earning income is I'm pulling up that number right now, so
I crit failed, so I don't think I'm...
You don't... Yeah, it counts as a failure. And then what you rolled based on that gets you amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
So you only managed to earn 1 gold piece and 5 silver pieces.
That tracks.
And then if you were trained and succeeded, or an expert and succeeded, then master legendary money goes up from there.
Yeah. Well,
So if you'd rolled a natural 20, a critical success, as a legendary person you would have earned 300 gold pieces.
but I didn't. I gained 1. You see Ty kind of hanging out at the bar right before we leave, and is like, "Man, there just ain't no rich people here at all. This is like just podunk. I need to get back to Absalom."
All right. And so that is your portion of it. And what does Common do?
Holly.
Yeah, Holly do. Yes.
I was trying to think because, like, stocking up on healing potions is definitely a good idea. I'd imagine she'd try to go around asking questions to see what else she can get. Trying to remember if, like, rest and meditation help restore key health or key strikes.
Then meditation. Yeah, you get those restored every rest. There's no short rest, long rest thing. It's just when you sleep. So the next day you've got those.
Gotcha. Wasn't sure if, like, thank you. But yeah, otherwise, main things are going shopping to see about buying more potions. And I guess just gathering more intel, like if any of this has affected, like, the civilians.
You can tell. Most people don't seem to be aware. There's really no rumors or anything going around in this city anyway.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Then I guess let's go shopping.
Okay. All right. So let's.
I have 1 copper piece written down.
Well, you
Got that,
just got a gold piece
Yeah.
and how many silver? It's like 1 gold and 5 silver each, I think, is what was handed out
Yep.
from selling off those weapons. So, yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. So minor healing potions. Those are 4 gold pieces for a minor healing potion. A
Gotcha.
lesser healing potion is 12. Major is 5,000. Greater is the next one on the list. So it's minor, lesser, greater, major.
Moderate.
There's no moderate. Oh yeah, though there is a moderate. Yeah. How much is a
Let's see,
moderate?
there's 5. I just used a moderate earlier.
Yeah, moderate is 50 gold pieces. They're just not. It lists them alphabetically and not even. It doesn't even list them alphabetically. It just has them randomly in here. So it's hard to. And then greater healing potion is 400.
Gotcha. I cannot afford that.
How much did you say were the 1d8 potions?
The standard minor healing potions are 4 gold pieces each.
Okay.
And then how much gold pieces is a silver piece worth?
10 silver equals 1 gold.
Gotcha.
Basic base. It's a base 10 system because nobody wants to behave like England did before in the 1950s. That was just
valid.
I'm going to go ahead and
Let's maybe not go shopping.
I'm going to go ahead and buy 5 of the 1d8s, and I'm going to give Holly 2.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks, Captain.
We didn't earn a whole lot on this trip, but at least I can make sure that you're a little bit taken care of.
I mean, at this point, this whole trip is civic duty.
Reward waiting for you. You're not here. So
yeah, I've done enough. I'm aware that the life of a hero doesn't involve the glory of being a hero and vice versa.
Oh, that's true, yeah. So Ishii disappears for 2 days. You don't know where he went. He comes back wearing a brand new outfit, like gorgeous outfit. Would you describe it for everyone?
Sure. Like you said, Ishi says that he's going to go out shopping and then just disappears for several days. When you finally see him again, he is not all that different. Like, his outfit is still the same. It's still a jerkin, a sash, some like basic pants, but they are all they're made of like an incredible like Middle Eastern fabrics. There's a lot of reds with like gold embellishments. He does have a new like headband to sort of keep everything back out of his eyes, as if that's going to work with fur. And it's just it's a much nicer upgrade than the like sort of sea-worn, tattered, sun-bleached gear that he had before.
Nice. Well, don't you just look pretty?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you look like you've been busy.
I've been shopping.
I can tell. Looks like you got some good bargains.
Yeah, you can say that.
All right.
Nice.
You all are heading are shuffled to the boat, you know, by the Pathfinder Society agent who's in town. And the agent drops a chest of stuff at your feet as well. Says, this needs to be delivered to headquarters in Absalom.
Okay.
Okay. Guess I'm still doing some freelance work here.
Kind of, maybe, I guess. In this case, it's definitely a delivery job, yeah. But you have to. You were told that you were needed in Absalom regardless after you reported that Tar-Baphon was on the that Tar-Baphon's followers were on the move doing this stuff.
Gotcha.
The boat trip takes a few days. It's just boat trips, right? Sail powered vessels don't move super fast, but it isn't as long as it was to get you around to the archipelago where you were before. And when you land at Absalom, there is a Pathfinder agent waiting at the docks for you, and that agent loads you and that chest up into a cart to go along. Before we go any further, does anybody do? The chest is locked, but Ty, are you going to pick the lock, and look in the chest?
Oh, I did that on the boat. Yeah, without question.
Yeah. That's. I'm saying before we go any further, what, do you want to know what's in the chest?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Roll your picking skill.
That was a 13.
Do get the chest open. Took a little bit. Nothing damaged. It wasn't like it was trapped or anything. It was just a locked chest. But when you get inside of it, it is loaded down. There's a packing list on top of it. Sealed. You're assuming packing list. Because it says packing list, so you're assuming that's the packing list. It's sealed. It is loaded with a whole lot of the medium or the moderate and lesser healing potions. It's like 2 whole layers, one of the moderate and one of lesser. And when I say layers, I mean there's like 12 of each in there.
Wow, interesting.
And there's the packing list, and then there's a couple of other waterproof tubes of paperwork in there as well.
I would like to take a look at those at least.
Yeah, neither of those are truly sealed. They're just wrapped up in in waxed cloth to keep them safe on the sea. And the letters are from multiple agents stating that they had come across people working with the followers of the Whispering Tyrant. That agents of that group whose name would be the agents of Tar-Baphon, really. There's at least 15 separate letters saying that people have had interactions where they can trace it there. And a couple who are letters saying they think it's connected, but it might not be. And all of them are involved with minor gods summoning great evils, or something of that nature. So those small gods summoning them and throwing things into chaos. The second packet is literally a pile of letters like the one you found that people have sent in. The one you had, and showed the agent is in there as well. But they're all much the same. Directions to complete a summoning, directions to create a bunch of chaos all over the realms, to trigger something. And the Mwangi Expanse, the Impossible Lands, the Golden Road, all of it, like tons of that information was just funneled here, because the Golden Road is the old kingdoms. And when I say that, I mean they're like ancient beyond all belief kingdoms. You're going to find the equivalent of the Step Pyramid in the Golden Road area, right? One of the oldest, longest lasting things humans have ever built. That kind of thing. There's tons of that all along the Golden Road, and all these old dead minor gods, they were trying to resurrect these small gods, to bring them back, to create the issues and the problems. And so that all that information is just there, that it was created. All of this was caused by Tar-Baphon's agents. And they wanted chaos. They wanted the gods distracted. And hopefully the Pathfinder Society too, because quite frankly, the Pathfinder Society has gotten in their way before.
Okay, so I'm gonna put everything back the way I found it, really nice and neat, and close that back up and lock the lock once more. And then I'm gonna go find my friends, and once we can all get together, kind of just sit down in our room on the boat, and just kind of tell them about everything that I found in there, and just kind of finish the whole thing with, I don't know about y'all, but to me at least, I feel like we deserve a raise for dealing with all this stuff. Like, I don't mind doing good and all, but at the same time, we just put our lives on the line yet again, and all this shit's happening all over the place, so we definitely need to be asking for a little extra dough.
Yeah, I don't want to push it, but like, I did kind of just give away my bakery.
You're getting paid?
Yes, they are. And so are you.
Of course, we've been getting paid this whole time, dude. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, I'm one of the two original.
You will get
people.
a stipend. You got one when you got to. I forgot to. I should have said you got one when you got to the city. You got around 50. You were paid 15 gold pieces.
Once we get to Absalom.
When you as you left. As you left, you were each handed a pouch. The pouch has 15 gold pieces in it.
Okay.
So that's your wage that you've received for everything you've done so far.
Yeah, you're right. We really should get a raise.
Oh, absolutely.
isn't really possible to get a raise or even get more money. You are joined in once that that wagon, you guys get to Absalom and you get there. You've all agreed you need to be given raises, and excuse me, the when you get there, the wagon you're in, there's like 2 additional chests that get loaded up, and another like 10 and another 5 or 6 agents in your cart, and then another like wagon full of agents, probably another 10 guys. So there's around 20 of you who just came into Absalom from the Pathfinder Society.
Oh, well met, everybody. I don't suppose y'all been dealing with some small gods like we have been.
That is a very good topic of conversation. And you're swapping stories of all the little things and little gods you've run into and places you've been and things you've done and everything. And it keeps going. And so the 6 people that joined the 4 of you, the 10 of you in your cart, yeah, that's exactly what both teams had dealt with. The small gods from that were either trying to be resurrected or they were trying to summon or create. One of them was saying, yeah, we did. They were really weird because they were trying to like turn one of those weird crashed, they call them crashed ships. I don't know what exactly they are, from the Impossible Lands. They were trying to take and like open up one of those glass coffin like things they've got down there and turn the thing inside into a god.
Well, that
It
just
was
sounds
weird.
Horrible.
It was just weird. And I don't ever want to go back to the Impossible Lands. I swear I changed shape 4 times. What species am I?
Clearly
You can make one
beautiful
up.
in your own right. How about that?
A grungler.
Huh? Oh, okay. The person is not happy about this. The Impossible Lands is very weird, and yes, you can walk across the boundary, and you can change ancestries.
Yeah, I'm just not going to go there. I'm happy being a cat folk. Thank you.
Yeah. So that is that's basically the conversation. All of them have stories about weirdness. You have dealt with more than most because you found the one in Otari, and you dealt with the one in the archipelago, and you dealt with the outsider being summoned here in on the just up on the barrier wall. Most everyone else has only dealt with one. But yeah. It's a lot. Everybody seems to have dealt with one of them. You don't know what the other cart's like, but there's another 10 people there, teams of 2, 3, 4. You're not sure. All coming back from dealing with this stuff. So
It's been crazy out there, hasn't it?
It is horrible. This is the weirdest. This is the weirdest we've ever seen it. I've never seen it like this ever before. And so, you do get into the headquarters. And you aren't in like the branch, like you guys had been in a branch office when you and Lila were first when you were first pulled up with your other friends before moving forward, you had bumped into, you'd been in a branch office because Absalom is huge, and then the branch office sent you off. In this case, you're brought into the main headquarters. It is a huge building, at least 4 stories high. The main floor is just a bustling office. There's an input and an output section where like requests come in and people and that get handed off to people on the other side, offices in between, everywhere. There's a big, huge warehouse out back. All the chests are picked up and hauled off into the back. With the other cart, you see there's like a total of 6 chests that get taken off. And then the 20 of you are all shuffled up the stairs into the second floor. On the second floor is a huge meeting room. It's probably, you figure if you look, there's probably two meeting rooms this size on this floor. It is gigantic. And everyone, once everyone sits down, a member, one of the officers steps up and says, "We have an emergency. Most of you know what it is. That's why you're here. The Whispering Tyrant's followers are active in Absalom, and they are, from what we can tell, they are in the underground, and they are trying to resurrect him. We need to stop them. And so I would like all of you to join and sign up to help us out. We have equipment for most of you, if not all of you, that will improve what you have. Not guaranteed. Some of you have picked up some nice stuff out there in the world, but we do have some extra equipment we can improve. We have health potions for all of you, and there is there is payment. There's a pile of bags, money pouches, up on the table. You'll each receive 20 gold now, and an extra 400 when this is done. And that's in addition to your normal completion fees that you would receive. In this case, you all have completion fees that you can check out in the at the accountant downstairs. I need you all here in 3 days to be ready to go so that we can stop this. We'll split up into teams. We're going to go out into 5 different areas in the city and head into the underground. Some of you are familiar with those areas a little more and will be tasked as team leaders. You'll receive a bonus upon completion as team leader, and we will go from there. There is you'll receive messaging coins as part of the you'll receive sending stones as part of the communication equipment so that we can stay in touch. You can let us know what you find, and that's all I can ask. We'll be sending, hopefully we get more people here in the next couple of days. Weather and travel, you know how it is. If we get more people, we'll have more teams and more people on each team. At this point, I don't know. We have as many fighters as we can getting ready to go. I thank you all. You can talk to the quartermaster in the back about any equipment, and the accountant here who has your pay. Thank you. And she steps down and walks away, heading up the stairs in what can only be described as a panicked step. She's moving very fast.
Fun.
All right.
Polly just follows as she walks off stage, with her eyes, just to see if there's any sign of anything else going wrong.
No. Not in that instance anyway. So you have that, and what are you all going to do?
Well, you did say we deserve a raise. I think this qualifies.
Mm-hmm.
And you still haven't gotten your completion pay, which is downstairs. So.
Yeah, why don't we go get our money and have a talk about that?
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna go do.
All right, you all pick up the. Do you pick up the $20 active bonus?
Yeah, we'll take the 20 gold.
Okay, the 20 gold, and then you can go talk to the quartermaster if you want equipment.
Well, first we want to go talk to the dude in charge.
Okay.
Hey there, friend. You mind if we do a little sidebar someplace quiet like?
Sure. Steps off to one of the smaller conference rooms on this floor.
Yeah, so we've got quite a bit of additional information here that we would like to impart, and all of us are definitely keen on assisting. But I also feel like, considering everything we've contributed so far, we deserve a little bit of a bonus. You know what I'm saying? A raise. Given our continued assistance with the Pathfinder Society and our dedication to continuing that, you know what I'm saying?
Your team has definitely had one of the more interesting processes. You got tasked with 2 separate missions after being sent out when it should have been 1. Things did not go the expected route. And so, yeah, you do have extra pay. You actually do have more pay downstairs waiting than what you would normally receive, what would normally be received for being out and like going on a dig or doing an exploration. This is that what you've done is extremely hazardous, and yeah, it's created a difference.
Yeah, and maybe a little bonus on top of that, you know what I'm saying? Just to make sure we're all at our peak performance.
Roll diplomacy.
Sure. Let's see, let me double check to make sure it's actually right. Yeah. Where'd my thing go? 20. Nice.
20. Okay. Yeah. He goes, sure. He writes a slip and folds it, quick seals it, and says, "Hand this to the accountant downstairs."
Absolutely. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it. I'm looking forward to digging in on this next assignment.
Okay. All right. So, what do you guys do for items? What are you going to do when talking to them? Talking to the quartermaster.
How much in total are we getting?
Well, all told, you're going to wind up with about, well, counting the stuff below, you're going to each wind up with 200 gold pieces.
Additionally? Okay.
Additionally.
Nice.
So you have your 15, you now have the 20, and then you get 200 more.
Okay.
And the accountant downstairs does apologize because we can't. He's like, we're a little short on funds here immediately, but yeah, you'll get more pay when we're done. Right now, we're stocking up from every alchemist in town.
Oh yeah, we would definitely take some potions when you're all stocked up and stuff like that. We'll be back for that. I don't suppose you have any armor runes on you.
Quartermaster, yeah, the quartermaster will get you some ruins, no problem. Let's see here.
I wouldn't mind a potency rune for my armor.
I just gotta get into the list because some of this stuff is a little different. So.
Oh wait a minute, I already have
Okay.
enhanced it. Never mind. I don't need to do that.
Oh, that's not what I want. Yeah, here we go. Weapon attachments. Here we go. All right. So, oh gosh, so many weird things. Hang on. Weapons, and you will, so runes, you'll get access to, a explosion rune to put on the crossbow itself. And that will cause all arrows, all bolts fired to do an additional 1d4 explosion damage upon hitting.
Will that work in synergy with the acid thing I added to it?
Yep, because the acid's on the bolt itself, not on the crossbow.
Nice. Okay. See if this works. Nice.
You put in 1d6, should be 1d4.
Or 1d4.
Yep,
Yeah.
1d4. So you'll get access to that. What armor are you wearing, Ishii?
Technically, full plate made of sister stone.
Okay. That, so, all right, so your axe, you do get, oh, let's see. I wish they sorted these by, more. Seriously. And you're using a great axe.
Correct.
They give you a they'll give you a they'll hook a you'll get a fire rune to put on your great axe. Here, basically, you get a flaming great axe. So it does an extra +2. It does an extra +2 fire damage on hit.
Okay.
And you get it gives you effect of a +1 to your attack.
Is it basically a flaming rune?
It's a flaming rune, yeah. Basically a flaming rune.
Oh, of persistent fire damage.
Yeah. Just constant, not like, oh, I roll 1d6. And no, it's consistently this much. It's a very nice rune. You have sister stone, so they can't really give you anything that would affect it for your armor. For Ishii, so that's kind of where you're stuck. You've got that, because the sister stone is very nice. For Holly, they give you a monk's armor.
Mhm.
And so what you get in this regard is kind of like mage armor. It's a fancy gi, right? So it's going to give you a +2 to your defense, which normally you wouldn't be. Monks don't really get a lot of armor options to be able to use their abilities. So you get a +2 to your defense with that.
Mm-hmm.
And they give you some, reinforced hand wraps.
Cool.
And
So
your reinforced hand wraps are going to give you an edge. Basically, you get an extra +2 to your damage and a +1 to your attack.
okay. Cool.
All right. And I'll be in touch with Billy so that I can make sure that Lila gets all her stuff appropriately. And if you want anything, and if you think of anything before our next session, which you said we're available in November, so we will be here in November for our next session. Next month in October, I know last week I mentioned that we were going to be part of a mutual aid stream. That has been moved into December, so the first weekend in December is that instead. So we'll still be doing all the same stuff. We'll just move it there. We'll be giving away the Prydra, the first of the Pride Hydra, the first of the Hydra Pride mutual aid monsters. So you'll all and we will fight that one that first weekend in December. It's going to be fun, and come join us for that. It'll be a great time. And we now weekly, M is back, running a Arc City Arcane Blues campaign called the Goblins. Oh, I'm brain farting now. It's the Goblin something. Hang on, I got it. It's it is the. Why am I? There we go. Now I'll load it up. The Goblin's Whisper. Episode 3 comes out this week. I believe it's planned for 8 to 12 episodes. I'm not sure exactly how many. Off the top of my head, that's something I try to keep track of, but I do a very poor job of it. So the Goblin's Whisper will be back next week on Tuesday, and it will be a lot of fun. You should check it out. We did a playtest for Arc City Arcane Blues earlier this year, and it was a lot of fun. We had a blast. Come join us and enjoy that as well. Check out Ishii's special episode that Tensei and I recorded last month, and then before the next episode, we're going to have a special episode recording for Holly in Absalam, and what goes on in the 3-day lead up to the final chapter of the adventure.
Cool.
All right.
Can't wait.
As long as we have players, I'll also be doing the special episodes. We'll do a couple special episodes in October and December, as long as we have players to do them, because I still have more stories we can tell, stuff we can do that's part of this whole mess of Secrets of Small Gods, if you want. I had a lot of stuff I came up with for this, so I have a lot of stories to tell you. What else do we got going on?
I actually don't have much.
My normal stuff is you can find me every Monday and Wednesday over on my channel, Random Rhapsody. That's on Twitch and on YouTube. 6 p.m. Central Time for pretty much all of them, and I run 4 campaigns, two of them every week. So come check us out.
Anything inside Tensei?
I am all over the place. Too many things to list, but if you follow me on either Discord or Blue Sky, Tensei Dragon, TenSeiDragon, I won't shut up about it. So,
we look forward to seeing you all here in a couple of months with everyone, and next month for another special episode as we finish up this story. Thank you all for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.